Anyway, you guys, this is a good turnout. We've had a lot of people in and out here all day, and we started out at 2:30. We're going to finish up here before long. I just want to give a message that we've had 4 great turnouts as for these rallies. We started on the campaign trail, hitting everybody Thursday and Friday of every week, and we're going to be doing that until October the 25th. And the ballot should be at your front porch by then, and then at that time the votes, chips will fall where they may. It's just that simple. I'm going to start out by introducing my e-board here. It's the best you're going to get. There ain't enough money to buy what I've got here asset-wise, and we are able to see these guys. We get along great, have a good campaign, and we got a lot of experience here, and these people are in it for the members. And it's very rewarding to work with these guys out on the campaign trail and with the entire working for this, trying to take this local and put it back on in the right direction. To my left here is going to be your next vice president from UPS, 38 years. Chief steward for feeder drivers is J.D. Graham. To his left is Bruce Williams. He's the head steward now at ABF, has been for quite some time. His dad was Eldon. His brother Arlie is here with us right out there. He's going to help us out at the local when it comes time. Once these votes are counted, Arlie's going to be right out there with us, right out of the chute. Bruce is going to be your next secretary-treasurer. Very trustworthy, great guy. We get along good, always have. He's definitely going to be an asset to everybody. Secretary-treasurer here, looking over your finances, and you know, there's not going to be so much as a right-hand man. We're going to work in a group no matter what it is, but we get along good. It's going to be better than you've seen in a long time. I can tell that by the way we campaign and the involvement we have as a group, working for one effort, and that is for the opportunity to get this pulled back together and let this local get back on the map and share the recognition that it deserves. We, on the right, down here at the very end, my buddy Jerry. Jerry Arnold is he's going to be a trustee, going to be your trustee. He is a road driver or a slip seat. He runs road for Jack Cooper. It was Allied. He's been in the Teamsters about over 20 years. He was at 21 driving. He was at TNT Dugan, and they worked on getting those organized, and he got fired for winning. And he ended up at K&R after Beaufort, working with Bruce a little bit. And when K&R went tits up, he ended up doing the pole crew and at Cooper or Allied, and ended up on the road, and they merged here just right in December, the end of December or January. That was one of their alternates until the hall told that chief steward out there to remove him. You hear that? Better remove this guy. He's been helping everybody, winning, available, answering the questions, working the 24/7, doing the job as a steward. We're going to go ahead and remove you since you're supporting Bruce Briggs, and I thank them for that. They certainly have increased the interest coming from the car. The people that hadn't been involved or paid attention or voted or hitting on the website, they're not happy with that decision at all. It has gained us a lot of support, and the decision to make a move like that was pretty reckless. I guess Mike was asking the other day, there's something just a little bit more than a standard grievance. Jerry, you're going to have to help me with this. I said, I know it's hard to do, but he's going to have to get that on his own till we get this taken care of, because sometimes they have to face the consequences of foolish moves like that. That was a dumb thing to do, and now they're paying the price for it. But we're going to get that fixed up here shortly after these votes are counted. Jerry's a great guy. I've been on the campaign trail with him the last couple of weeks. Going very well. Old Manny Rooster got a lot of energy. We have a good time, and he's going to be a great asset. I'll tell you, let's give it up for Jerry. He's going to do a great job out there. The guy right next to him is Carlos. He's a road driver at Yellow there with me. We walked in today, and the lady up the counter said, "You want the special rate you always get?" No, she didn't. I'm just kidding. Anyway, my buddy Carlos, he's worked with me at Yellow about 10 years. Great guy. He's been on the campaign trail with us. Every time we go, he's there, taking off, sacrificing. It's going very well. He's going to be an asset. Me and Carlos met by some stuff he wanted, some of the stuff he wanted done. Can you help me with this grievance, or how do these changes work? My answer to him was, I'll do it, but let's do it together. And the more I asked him to do, he got involved in it, and then all of a sudden we're working on putting a slate together with some rank and file people and some people that get involved and sacrifice the time, and he's certainly one of the guys. He's going to be a major asset. He has a long way to go here. It's going to be, Carlos, you guys are going to get to know him a lot more, and he's going to be a major asset. I tell you, he's a great guy. And we were going to have this rally out in Lewisburg to make Mike happy, but we couldn't get, he couldn't get us the 4-H building, so we didn't do it in Lewisburg. He was going to do it down there. Anyway, Mike, my buddy Mike McCorkindale is the head steward out at USF Holland, and he takes good care of those guys. He's been a major player in getting those guys to recognize the right to work and not being in the union and paying your dues and what it's about. And he's kind of single-handedly taking care of that out there. It's pretty rough when you got to fight the hall and the company if you've got some problems out there, but Mike is a very smart person, a lot of knowledge, 40-plus year Teamster, come out of Chicago a few years ago and applied and got a job at Holland and ended up running and winning there just a few years ago, and has major strides in that entire barn itself as a whole. The people that have come from non-union, the right to work, ability not to be in, to bring them on board. And we've got Holland locked up as far as I'm concerned. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but what I'm understanding, the participation that comes on the website, their own comments, is remarkable. And that's a good part with Mike. And we were campaigning the last couple of weeks, and he was with us just last Friday. Very well, had a blast. He's a smart guy, had a lot to add. And a lot of people recognize that, the chief steward out there that works out in Kansas at Holland is certainly a benefit, and Mike is going to do a great job with us out there, whatever the scenario is. But Mike is a good friend, and he's a great asset, and he's going to be great for this local, and I appreciate him. I'm glad he joined up with us here. And don't worry, I'm going to give these guys a little bit, and anytime they want to, if they have any comments they want to make. A couple of the comments I want to make today is from the campaign trail itself. We've been to All Out East last Friday. JD and Joyce fed us all chocolate donuts. That we did a caravan with JD, and me and Jerry and Carlos went out to Appleton. They went to Appleton City and Warrensburg, and we went to Higginsville, all the UPSs in the surrounding areas east and on into Sedalia at Conagra. And the reason you guys are here is we're looking for some kind of pickup in the representation style around here. I think it's what we're finding out is it's pretty scarce unless it's an election year or unless they need something. And the reason we put this together and acting with the campaign the way we are is as a union and as a local in your collective bargaining unit, we're going to be a proactive local, not so much reactive. Every time there's some major catastrophe, everything's a big emergency. You don't really know what you're voting on. It's all kind of crammed up you don't have a choice to know, and it's in such a big hurry. We're going to be proactive, not reactive. Now we are going to react, but we're going to be one step ahead of them most of the time. Just telling you what we're learning on the campaign out there working. And some of you guys that are disappointed in the representation and why these campaigns get flared up, it is everywhere. I believe the agreement to the people on the campaign trail is, it is disappointing to me to see how disheartened that not just the Kansas City area, these freight barns that's traditionally the standard membership. But you go out to these surrounding areas all over that Local 41 represents, and there are a lot of people looking for some help, looking for some change. There's three slates so far that are running. It's my opinion that's going to be I think that's going to be the total. I don't think anybody else has the wherewithal, it's my personal opinion. Based on the numbers we have on the website, the participation, the amount of shirts that have been sold, we've not given ours away, we've sold them. And that's a strategy we had for a commitment. And we've sold more shirts than even voted for the last 2 top candidates in the last election. That tells you something there. And then you go out and talk to the people on the campaign trail that we certainly need some changes, and we need them quick. There's some people just across the line in Kansas City, Kansas, that we were talking to on the campaign trail that are talking bad. There's a couple other options they have they don't want to use, but they're not happy with what's going on now. By the way, my name is Bruce Frakes, for you that don't know, and I'm running for president of the Teamsters here in Kansas City. Local 41. I've been a member for 20 years.